Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Modern Muse Tarot, thank you for your donation. Cowboy Dan, thank you for your donation. 17 Joy, what is going on? Andrew, welcome back. Crystal, welcome back. Lightning Energy, Sarah, I got Nakona, and Cowboy Dan. Cowboy Dan, it has been a minute. Good to see you as well. What is going on, everybody? All right, let's do the donations that we got. A general reading for a little bit of Modern Muse. Let's try it out. Look, what deck do we want to use? Like, we're going to start out the stream. We're going to need a good deck to kind of warm it up here. I'm thinking we'll just go straight for the Gusto. Straight for the Gusto, in for the big deck of the night, which is going to be the one in my hand. That sounds bad. Never mind. Scratch that. Dark Mansion Tarot. There we go. Sarah, U.S. Games, they only sell to business owners. No, Sarah, I've ordered from U.S. Games before. By the way, there is a 35% coupon on Llewellyn right now that you can go use to pre-order all of the good Llewellyn stuff that is coming out there. I mean, I'm just saying, all the new, just did the news, so you know all the decks that I'm excited about. I mean, just personally, I'm excited about. And those are, a lot of those are going to be 35% off. So that's what you need. That's what you need is a good coupon to use and spend more money. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, Modern Muse, what is going on here? Three of Cups. I mean, it is sort of there, right? High Priest, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let me know what your question is. Queen of Swords, you got the Nine of Wands and the Three of Wands. A couple of three. So Modern Muse, I think it feels like that. Basically, there's a lot of sort of things that are sort of moving around. You have things that are sort of in action, in motion, right? Sort of this creational aspect, I think, as far as creating what you need, creating what you want, going forward with some of these ideas, these exciting things that I think you've been sort of planning, you've been looking at and things like that. I think now is the time, basically, right? The Three of Cups and the Three of Wands, both emotionally, both sort of with that fire aspect as well. It definitely sort of says that this is the time to create. This is the time to focus on doing the things that are going to get you into a better situation tomorrow. Doing the things, not only planning, but doing the things sort of warming up into the sort of the next phase. Because again, I think you're able to create things right now that normally you couldn't. I think you're able to sort of do things and get that creative aspect going. And it's going to be a little bit better than it normally is. Nine of Wands does say a lot of some of the things that you have failed in the past, I think are able to sort of be readdressed or reevaluated or looked at like once more, right? The Knight of Wands says we have failed in the past. Maybe we have fallen down. Maybe we have a couple of speed bumps. The Queen of Swords being that sort of aggressive, very assertive feeling, along with sort of retrying some of the things that didn't work, along with the creative aspect. I think that now is sort of your time to sort of get into that mode. Get into that mode. Get where it is going to be uncomfortable. You're out of your comfort zone. You're moving forward. You're getting things done. You're sort of rocking it. I think this is sort of the time, right? Cowboy Dan, general for the first 10 days of May. Very specific, Cowboy Dan. Very specific. Rita T, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's do a little bit. I mean, we're going for some of the old reliable decks like the Golden Wheel, going for the Dark Mansion. I mean, tonight is one of the old reliable nights. Demetria, welcome. What is going on? Stacy, what's up? Bartman, welcome. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff going on tonight. It is the weekend. I mean, we did one weekend day already, and we got one more to go. It's been a pretty good day, I got to say. It was nice. Just got to relax and sort of go out and enjoy the sunshine and all of that good stuff. Pretty good day for a Saturday. Definitely there. All right. First 10 days. Let's find out about that. Rita, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. The first 10 days, you're looking at the King of Cups, Judgment, Six of Swords, and the Sun. Okay, basically, you're sort of trying to navigate through some different things right now. And navigation is going to be your big thing in the first 10 days. Navigation works. Navigation is where you need to focus. Navigation is sort of where you're going to be for the next part of this, right? The Six of Swords says you're setting up. So, okay, the first 10 days is sort of a layup for the following 20 so days or whatever. Basically, I think this first 10 days is going to be a little bit of a layup. You're going to have a couple of easy wins, a couple of easy things that sort of present themselves. They're like, here, I mean, sure, we can do this, we can do that. A couple of easy wins with that. Judgment kind of says that, right? Don't have to work for some of these things. Again, a bit of a layup with that. And we say wins because the sun really points to, I would say, early June. I would say up to June 14th-ish. You're looking at sort of the manifestation of some of these things. So the first 10 days being a layup, the rest of May being sort of pick up some of these pieces, organize sort of things how they need to be, right? Because Six of Swords says some things in May do take a little longer than they should. They do sort of roll. You got to roll with the punches kind of in May, especially late May. But as June sort of gets started, I think some of these things really started getting into the sun mode where things really are working out, right? King of Cups as well. It is about an emotional investment. I think pretty much most of May is about emotional investment. How much effort are you willing to put up with it? How much emotional sort of ties do you have to some of these things? If that is going to be important to you, then I think that is going to work out. IT Guy has joined. What is going on, IT Guy? Good to see you. What is up? We got High Priest. High Priest has a question. Let's see what's going on. Are there some blissful changes coming? We have some blissful changes coming. Well, that's a good question. For this one, let's use a blissful deck. I mean, let's use the Light Seers Tarot, a little bit of a blissful deck. If we're going to be honest, right? A little bit of a blissful deck, we can do that. We can do that indeed. So that's going to be one of the factors here, right? Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let me know what your question is. Any more collaborations? Not this weekend. Next weekend, I want to schedule some. I do have a couple of tarot authors that I'm trying to sort of get on the show. Basically, right? Get a little interview with them and try to figure out, what was their motivation. I think one of them made the Modern Love Tarot. So, Ethne, gonna see, because she's a YouTuber as well. So, try to get her on the show, get some collabs going. I think it's going to be pretty cool for next month, definitely. All right. Or this month now that we're into May. All right, blissful changes. Do we have some coming? Moon says there are some things that do draw you emotionally. I'm not saying this completely blissful. I'm not going to go out on a limb there. I'm going to say we have things that draw you in emotionally, that pull you out, that sort of get you out of your shell a little bit. Sarah, thank you for your donation, but they pull you out of your shell a little bit, right? Meaning that I think you have just a little bit of not really a challenge, but things that look nice, things that you want to chase, things that are going to be pretty exciting for you overall, right? I think that's where you're sort of at with this mix. So if you're looking for blissful, yeah, really. If you're looking for opportunities, if you're looking for things that do draw you in emotionally, do sort of excite you, I think that May does have a couple of these things, right? Nine of Wands sort of says, be careful a little bit. Be careful a little bit with some of the things about what you're willing to commit to long term. I think some of the things that do present themselves are a little bit on the temporary side. They are a little bit on the, I'm kind of a mixed feelings about some of them, or sometimes it's just like, well, I'm not really sure how much I need to dedicate into that, because the Seven of Cups, there are a lot of different things that you can sort of dive into with this, some of which are going to be nice, some of which are going to be challenging, but you do have that feeling of which one should I choose? And again, the Seven of Cups is sort of be careful with that. As well as the Three of Cups, you do need sort of some partnerships. I think partnerships coming up are going to be important. Maybe at work, maybe on the side with the hobbies and whatnot. Partnerships are going to sort of boost you into that next realm, that next level, right? To where now I'm able to get some things done maybe I couldn't do by myself. Now I'm able to get some initiatives done that, maybe I just didn't have sort of coordinated myself. Instead of, not everyone has strong points with every little thing they do. Anyway, but that is it. That is it. Anyway, High Priest, thank you again for your donation. We got Nafisa, welcome. What is going on, Sarah? Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, how does the Taurus feel about me? A little bit of the Taurus action. See what the Tauruses are doing tonight. Or the Taurus is out. Are the Tauruses out tonight? If they are out, they would use this deck here. I'm just saying, this deck here is one that I would use if I were a Taurus. And that is the Golden Art Nouveau. The Golden Art Nouveau. Mina is joined. Happy Saturday to you as well. We got a lot of good Saturday things going on over here. I mean, it is a nice little blissful, just sort of relaxing Saturday, chilling out, sort of catching up on some of the fun stuff around there, just sort of relaxing. I think that's one of the big pieces here, right? Just sort of relaxing, sort of being there and just sort of being present Saturday. I think it really works for a lot of people. It definitely has been working for me tonight, that's for sure. How does the Taurus feel? A little bit challenged with that. Maybe it is a lot of work. It is an investment. Okay. So Rita, the Taurus definitely feels this is an investment. It feels like this is not only, sort of an investment sort of short term, it could be an investment long term as well. I think that they have a different sort of type of feeling with that. They did sort of try to move on, try to move into the next thing, maybe sort of scoot, buy certain things or whatever. Christina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Scoot by some things in one time or try to navigate around some of the difficulties. And you see that with the 8. Like, I do need to work at some things. I do need to work sort of at this connection, or this thing could be something to work towards, right? Because you have a couple of work cards. That could mean that either they're really busy, they don't have the sort of the attention span that you need for this particular matter. It also could be that this is an actual thing that could be worthwhile, right? Because you are working here, you have a good investment outcome in there as well. So I think a lot of things are sort of moving towards that, as well as I think they do think about you. I mean, they do think about you. You do have the domain here. Domain is so key, right? When you have somebody thinking about you, it is so key because you want this person to be interested. You want this person to be paying attention. You want this person to be thinking about you. And I think that they do have that domain, the master of sort of looking out across their land, looking out as things. Now, things aren't just all well. Things aren't just all perfect. Don't get me wrong here. The 9 says there are some concerns that, sort of come around here and there, but I don't think overall that's going to be bad, especially when it's at the start and you have all these other beautiful cards. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. The portrait. Well, thank you. Yeah, I just did the drawing and now I'm going to do the other stuff tomorrow. So hopefully I have some other stuff to show you pretty soon. Does a Libra like me as a friend or a friend with benefits? Or a friend with benefits? I'm just saying. We need to find out. We need to find out how this is going to go by using my tarot that has been in print, that has been printing for my entire life. I mean, literally, where and when will I get my decks? Because I've been waiting quite some time. And I got to say, I mean, it's supposed to be a little bit thicker on the new decks. I'm pretty excited, not going to lie. We got the book printing. After these are done, we are going to get the Echoes of Nature printed as well. I'm telling you now that this summer is just going to be card decks, books. It is just going to be a paper extravaganza up here in Texas. I'm telling you now. IT guy, thank you for your donation. What's going on? Get a little bit of a general rain. See how that goes. We got a friend, but do we have hearts? Do we have hearts? Is this going to be a thing? Is this going to be something that we need? I'm telling you now. I am telling you now, the 5 of Cups makes it look challenged. The 9 of Wands makes it look challenged. 6 of Wands is such a weird one to sort of warm this thing up. You know what I mean? Joe, thank you for your donation. We got the first D question of the night. I'm just saying. Joe's Mystics, thank you again. Overall, they like you. That's what we want, Rita. That's kind of where we want to be, okay? We want them to like us. 6 of Wands says they do. They really do. 9 of Wands, this is not something that they really want to just embroil themselves in 100%. They embroil themselves in 100%. Not something that they really want to just dedicate themselves to. The world says maybe later. Does that make sense? We could be friends. We could be a little bit sort of more if you want to be later, but it really feels like now may not be the time. We have maybe a couple of factors working against us. We have maybe a couple of things that just aren't just jiving the way we need to. Joe's Mystic, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. But that five says, I think reaching into the next realm of beyond a friend, I think could be challenging right now. Maybe there's a mismatch maybe things just don't mix as well as we want it to. But yeah, now just doesn't seem the time. It just seems challenged. It does not seem the time. And I'm just saying, we're not gonna rule out later. I mean, come on, we're not gonna rule out later. Let's be honest, Rita. But that right now, yeah, right now maybe not. Well, I get a scholarship I applied for yesterday. Let's get it on. Okay, not like that. Let's get it on with, what do we got? We got the Bumbleberry Hollows. Christina just got this one. I am just saying the Bumbleberry Hollows. I told everybody, I said, you're going to see this. You are going to see this. And you're going to say, hey, I need this deck. And like a lot of you did, a lot of you went out and did it. Now, I know people rag on the non-illustrated minors, but you have sort of the benefit of that here kind of thing. But man, the graphics, the way they did it, sort of the Hello Kitty kind of feel, but it's actually there. Anyway, getting a scholarship you applied for yesterday. We have an automatic thumbs up here. This is looking good. It's looking good, all right? And King of Pentacles is about money. Samantha, you've been here. Samantha, you have been here. You have been here. You know the fat cash cards. Samantha knows the fat cash cards. King of Pentacles, number one, the big one. It is the big one. It's the retired banker. I have the cash that I need. I have everything that I need for this. Am I able to sort of get in some of these classes that I need? A little bit of a tight fit, a little bit of a scheduling thing comes up. That's okay. Ten of Swords says I may not get in all the classes that I need with this fat cash, but that fat cash is there, that Three of Wands, right? The Three of Wands, we don't need to search anymore. We found what we need. We found all the important things. And the Eight of Wands, it's being delivered, okay? Eight of Wands is literally like a pizza delivery guy. The Eight of Wands, it's being delivered. The fat cash comes, it hits us. The money is here. It flows. It just rocks. It is just rocks, my friends. We're going to have a thumbs up there. We're going to get that scholarship. That is going to work. It's going to be exciting. I mean, this is where we're here. This is why we're here, to read Sarah. To read Sarah as well. Sarah wants to know whatever I need to know. I'm stressed these days, not sure why. Sarah, you got to relax. You got to relax. Sarah, I guarantee you, Sarah, if you come on the stream and you watch it, you just watch it, you're going to be in a good mood. You're going to be in a good mood because this is the good mood stream. I'm just saying now, the divine, by the way, we went to Barnes and Noble today, and Barnes and Noble, they had a bunch of tarot decks, and they had this one. I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, it's one of my top decks. And they got it just sort of sitting around. They got it just chilling in the corner. I almost bought it again. I'm just saying now. All right, whatever I need to know. We're stressed. We need to figure out, look, where this is coming from. All right. I mean, Sarah, your disappointment, the Lord of Disappointment, Sarah, it just hits you. That Five of Wands, trying to do things that we can't do, overreaching. Sarah, you just have an overreach problem. That's all there is. We have an overreach problem. You don't have to command everything. You don't have to command the army. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. Sometimes you just got to relax. You just got to relax. You know what I mean? That Queen of Wands, it's a lot of that struggle, a lot of that stress, a lot of the things about I'm expected to do this. I have expectations about doing that. That Ace of Swords, trying to communicate. A lot of times it feels like a little bit of a miscommunication, a little bit of Mercury retrograde kind of feel with that, right? The Five of Cups, just disappointed in things we shouldn't be disappointed about. You don't have to master it all, Sarah. You don't have to be there for everybody. You don't have to be a master of everything. The Five of Wands, that constant struggle. Maybe sometimes just let it flow through. Rita, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Let it flow through. Don't try to fight everything, okay? Don't try to organize everything. Don't try to take on everything. A lot of times you just got to let it go. Just like the Frozen song, let it go. Because it is about sort of learning. It is about sort of figuring out the next step via sort of a natural progression, okay? A natural progression. A lot of times trying to force things, it just doesn't work. You just got to let it go. You just got to let it go. You tried the U.S. Games, but to sign up, I have to have a business card. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this before. Is that Is it the different U.S. games? I have no idea. I have no idea. I've ordered 4 or 5 different things from U.S. games. I didn't have a problem. I don't really know. Anyway, what I also don't know is, Christina, where do you see me in 1 year? I mean, look, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What kind of expectations do we have for the next year? We're going to go with a fun deck for Christina. Get one of the fun decks out over here with that Mons Tarot. The Mons Tarot action is so fun. It really is. It really is. I mean, a lot of times, this is the tarot that you go to for happiness. This is a tarot that you go to just relax. You know what I mean? Oh, Christina's hosting. Stacy, thank you so much for your donation, Christina. Stacy, let me know what your question is. What is your question, Stacy? Let's get it done. Let's get her done. You know what I mean? Get her done. All right, let's go back to the live streams. I mean, where are we at with this live stream thing here going? All right, let's view on YouTube. And let's do that. Juicy Peach is here. Juicy Peach, welcome. What is going on? What is going on? It is good to see you. Juicy Peach, if you don't know Juicy Peach is seducing a monk. Seducing a monk. That's what Juicy Peach does. All right, Juicy, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's check this out right now. Christina, bottom line, Christina. The Queen of Cups says that you're really able to sort of handle everything emotionally. A lot of things are out of control emotionally right now. A lot of things are pulling you this way, pulling you that way emotionally. People have expectations. Everybody is on top of you trying to get this or that. Juicy Peach, thank you for your other donation. Boo Boo joined right when Juicy Peach joined. I'm not saying a conspiracy theory here. I'm just saying, Boo Boo, Juicy Peach is here. I know Boo Boo is in love with Juicy Peach. I'm telling you now. Anyway, Free. I mean, somebody joined named Free. That is it. That is it. Do you have a lot of things pulling you emotionally? In a year, not so much. I think in a year, you have that balance perfected. Big problem you have now is there's so many moving parts, so many moving things, and it's hard to juggle. I think you're trying to figure out where you're comfortable in this process, where you are there in this process, and I think that works out for you as well. 8 of Cups says some of the big things that are dragging you down now are gone. 8 of Cups, the commute. Okay, some of the emotional issues that you're having with some things, some of the disappointment you're having, some of the worries that you're having. The 8 of Cups says a lot of those things leave, a lot of the emotional things sort of exit. And that's what you want, right? You want to have the mastery, the Queen of Cups, and you want to sort of get rid of the fleas. You don't want the fleas all over you. You want to get rid of those and shake them off. I think you're able to do that. King of Swords says the command that you have, especially at work, is a lot better. You make your own schedule. You make things, you get it done. They're like, I don't care about what this and that you do. We just need the work done. And you know you're going to be able to get that work done by that ability. Now, I do think that you're going to meet somebody around, I would say, late October, that, no pun intended with the devil and Halloween, I'm saying later in October, that is going to be a very challenging person. I think they mask themselves as your buddy. They mask themselves as your buddy. They're not your buddy at all. They are working heavily against you in that. But be aware from that. Be aware from that. But yeah, a lot better command, a lot better capable of juggling our emotions and figuring out sort of where we're at, what we're doing, and all of that other stuff. And, you know, that's going to be where you want to be. I don't think you want to be in this out of control situation forever. You know what I mean? All right. YouTube user Drama Every Day will end. Contact me soon. You don't need no drama. Ain't nobody got time for drama. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm telling you now. We need to use the Wonderland Tarot for this one. The Wonderland Tarot is underrated. I'm going to say, Juicy Peach, thanks to update. The temple president said that the monk has strayed from his vows and should be married. He said there will be consequences. Will the monk decide to connect with me again? Y'all had a moment. Y'all had a passionate passionate moment there for a minute. And I'm just saying, there's a lot of places in the temple that you can make out. I mean, I haven't been there, but my suspicions are. All right. Will N contact me anytime soon? No, that's going to be a thumbs down. It's going to be a thumbs down. They need a break. Okay, they need a break. Ace of Cups, they need to figure out where they are in this. They need to figure out a lot of different things. It's time for it to be alone, right? You see that with the Ten of Pentacles, the resting. We're happy home. We have a lot of good potential. We have a lot of good things going, but we need to relax. We need to ease up with this, okay? We can't just go full steam with this like we did before. Got to sort of ease up with that and let things sort of, naturally sort of go with this stuff. Knight of Swords says they will be back, but you got to give them that space. You got to give them that time. So important, especially with Ace of Cups, finding your way, finding where both of you fit in this. That is sort of where we're going to be at. That's a big thing here. That is a big thing here. So got to give them a little bit of time, They will be contacting you, just not soon, Baby girl, throw it out there, baby girl. Throw it out there. See what is going on with that IT guys here. Speaking of throwing it down, IT guy wants to know, what language should I code in next? Now, IT guy, if I remember correctly, I'm going out on a limb here. If I remember correctly, you were doing database. Is that correct? Is that a thing? Are you doing database? Was that it? I don't think it was Oracle. I think it was something else. I mean, it's been a while. IT guy, it's been a long time, but I do IT every day for a living for an entire freaking life. So, hopefully I'm at least moderately there. I'm at least in the ballpark, maybe in the ballpark. No, you did support. I know you did technical support, I think, or something like that. And then you dabbled in database or, I don't know. Let me know, but we're going to give you a general, by the way. We are going to give you a general with the IT stuff and see where that's going to go. Nine of Wands. Oh, man. People are working your nerves. I'm just saying, I'm not blaming anybody in particular. There's nobody in particular, but I am just saying that the Nine of Wands says you are the injured warrior. There's some people just working your effing nerves at this point. I think that you're on par for a new job. We're going out on a limb here. We're going way, way out on the limb. We are reaching out onto this limb so far. We don't even know what's behind us anymore. Midnight Meditations, welcome. What is going on? I'm telling you now, the Fool says, I think you're going to get a new job. The Fool into the Five of Pentacles. I don't think this job pays enough for you. What you do? You're doing QA. That's a lot of clicking around, man. A lot of clicking around. They're asking you to make scripts. They're like, can you make this script because we need this tested, this tested? You're like, my God, I'm bored. I don't think that works for you. I think that you're going to get another job. Is what I think. That Three of Pentacles. Now, let's look at this carefully now. The Fool. Engaging into something new, leaping into that new thing, getting some fresh smell, getting some fresh smells out there. Not a new car smell, but some fresh smells. Three of Pentacles, the birth of some money, the birth of something new, the birth of something that is going to be exciting. I'm just telling you now, I think you're getting a new job. I know it's general and you asked that, but the new job with the new cash, the new fat cash, that's what you need. That's what you need. Because I don't think QA is in your path forever, especially not where you're currently at. Again, entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. But yeah, there you go. That's very specific for a general. But yeah, you're going to get out of there. You're going to have a new job. Think you're going to have an offer. Just saying now. What's going on with a relationship with D? Because
everybody loves the D.
Everybody loves that D. And if we're going to have a D reading for the night, I'm just saying, it is going to be with the modern love. It's going to be with the modern love because we need some D. I mean, everybody loves a D. We need more D in the channel. Let's admit it. Let's admit it. We just need to do it. We just need to do it. The modern love is the one to do it with. All right. What is going on with this relationship? Not a whole lot of good. Not a whole lot of good. Haley, welcome. What is going on? I think we're kind of challenged here. This looks absolutely terrible. In fact, if you're looking at Joe, I mean, if we're looking at things, if we're looking at got a little thumbs down here, it doesn't look good. This looks absolutely effing awful. In fact, there's nothing good in here, Joe. I mean, there's nothing good in here. I'm sorry. We got the Eight of Cups, the abandonment. It just feels like maybe D is in the back corner, you know? I mean, we're looking at D from behind. And it looks like there's a distance. It looks like there's a little separation. Maybe things just aren't the way that we need it to be. Maybe things are. The Three of Swords, that Lord of Heartbreak. Not literally, but the Lord of Heartbreak. Don't really have what we need. We need these, and we're having these instead. This is not what is going to work out long term. Queen of Cups. There's some emotional good stuff in here. There's emotional good stuff as it goes through. But the Ten of Swords says ultimately, Joe, ultimately, it looks bad. This looks challenged. Bottom line, it just looks challenged from the start to the finish. From the start to the finish, it just does. When will me and Dee spend more time together? Ooh, we had the distance. We had that distance from the other thing. Let's see. Actually, we'll use the same deck again. Use the same deck again, give it a little bit of a shuffle, a little bit of a mix. Sunflower posted my Etsy. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying the Etsy is going to have a lot of stuff on it. We're going to have the cards. We're going to have the book. We're going to have more cards. We're going to have more books. This is the time to hang out on the Etsy. I mean, this is the time to be there. It is the time to be there. The margaritas have gotten me sleepy. That sounds like the beginning of a song. That is good that you're sleepy. That is good that you're sleepy because I need some rest. Will the D and I be together? Because the D, I mean, you just got to wrap your hands around the D and just spend some time with it, right? The Two of Cups says yes. We are spending time. Look at that. Look at this expression over here. I mean, look at that. Look at that, Joe. This is what you want. This is what you want, Joe. This is it. This is what you want right there. Spending the time together, having a little bit of coffee. Joe, that's what you need. That's going to fix a lot of the problems in the previous read. It's going to fix a lot of them there. Nine of Swords. One of the main problems here is not only time, but motivation. Because if it's important to you, you make time. You make time. I'm busy all the time, but I go out of my way to see Christina whenever I can. I make the time. I just got to, you know what I mean? And the Knight of Pentacles says they are going to do that as well. Get the priority there, get all of that stuff going and spend time together. So that is that is a thumbs up if I've ever seen a thumbs up. Get all that, get some hearts in there. This is exciting. I'm telling you, this is exciting. This is the time that you want to be there. How will we react when he finds out that you are dating, that you are giving that love to somebody else? What are they going to do? Are they going to freak out? Are they going to skits out? Like, what are they going to do? I don't know. But the Heaven and Earth Tarot does. The Heaven and the Earth Tarot knows what they're going to do. They're going to say, Rita, you're seeing other people? You're seeing somebody else? What, are you dating? What's going on? What's going on with all of that? I'm just saying, we need it. We need it. The modern love for non-love spreads to, I'm saying, yeah. I'm saying the modern love works for everything. If you need your lawn mowed, the modern love tarot. If you need to generate some cash, modern love. If you need love reading, modern love. I mean, it's important. Boo-boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Kanan, let me know what your question is. What is your question, Kanan? All right, how do we react? Well, now, he feels abandoned. We feel abandoned here. I mean, we were like, Rita, you going to be around? Rita, we were hoping Rita would stay. We wanted Rita to stay, but Rita's dating. and he is going to feel abandoned. First off, that's just bottom line there. Abandoned. They got to go out in the cold. Rita, you're not there with them. They're going to be not warm anymore. They're going to be out in the cold alone. They don't feel like they can make it. They're going to be like pretty upset with that. Perfected work. I do think that they understood this was going to happen. It's just not like this is a mystery. Not like this is a huge surprise. They knew you were going to date. They knew it was eventually, but they do feel disappointed nonetheless. Can they deal with it? I mean, come on, yeah. Perfected work says yeah. The sort of the holding back says yeah. Holding back as well says they're going to keep their mouth shut. I don't think they're going to come out and just like blurt things out or like go off. I don't think it's going to be a thing. I just don't. I think they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay with it, but they feel disappointed and they feel abandoned. They do feel abandoned. That's a big thing there. You know what I mean? For Stacy, Stacy's mom has got it going on. All right. Well, let's see what Stacy. What was your question? By the way, Stacy, I made you a moderator. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's see. Where's that? What was your thing? Paula, Divorce Him Then. Great song, Paula. Juicy Peach. Guess we have our things. Ours is Tornado. We got a little general. Got a little general for Stacy. Find out what is going on. I'm just saying the Poe knows. The Poe, it doesn't get the love that it needs. I was looking at Barnes & Noble. I'm like, where's the Poe at? If there's one deck that Barnes & Noble needs, it's going to be the Edgar Allan Poe. Going to be the Edgar Allan Poe. This should be mandatory on everyone's tarot tower. If you have a tarot tower, it should be mandatory that you have the Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, I'm just saying. In fact, I would say maybe you're going to be a little bit embarrassed if you don't. You know, I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying that Edgar Allan, you know Edgar Allan knows. And this is my replacement for the outrageously expensive Bohemian Gothic. It just is. It's where it's going to be at. Anyway, the Q General, justice, you're not finding it. You're not getting the justice that you need. I think some of these balancing things you've been working on, Stacey, you've been working on these balancing things. You've been good with them. I'm not saying it's your thing. You have been good with these balancing things. You have been trying to get things balanced, to get things where they need it to be. And a lot of times this just doesn't work. You're like, I'm not sure why this is failing. I'm not sure why this is going this way, but a lot of things are just sort of out of balance right now. And the Knight of Swords, right? You're not able to get things moving. A lot of things are just like, why can't I move that thing? Why can't I move to that next step, right? Because I have the star. I know where to go. Stacey, it's never a matter. It's never a matter of not knowing where you needed to go. You have that pathway clearly laid out for what you need, but it's just veiled in mystery sometimes. It doesn't feel like that there's all of the things that are open, obvious. You don't see the sort of where that thing is going to end up. A lot of times you're just guessing, Stacey. You're just guessing. And it feels like that's not going to be long-term what I want to do. So I think focusing is going to be one of the big factors here in trying to get things in focus, trying to get sort of some of the priorities done, because not being able to move, it's a problem. I'm going to admit it now. Having some of these things out of balance, it's going to be a problem. Maybe not now. Over time, it just sort of gets there. But yeah, I mean, just got to sort of relax and go with it, get everything where you need it to be, get that focus, get the priorities there, and do that. So, Robbie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, Juicy Peach is here. If you do not know who Juicy Peach is, you literally have no idea what this channel is about. This channel is the Juicy Peach channel. It's officially the Juicy Peach channel.
Hooray!
Because Juicy Peach is seducing a monk. Now, originally, Juicy Peach was seducing somebody at work, and they got them to the point of sniffing their hair. And we did have a hair sniffing discussion. It was there. I mean, all of you remember, all of you were here. But I mean, I'm just saying now that Juicy Peach is now into the monk, and Juicy Peach has had some very heated and steamy very heated and steamy in online interactions with this monk. And then the monk's place of worship, they found out. And they said, "What are you doing over there, monk?" And he said, "I'm doing this." And they said, "Boo!" Because they don't want the monk getting a little bit on the funky side. I mean, there is some good music for the monk in the temple, right? But it is not
music to make love to.
So you have to remember to keep that balance. And the monk has separated from us. The monk had to go their own way. The monk, I'm just saying now, the monk is in trouble. They are in trouble. Will they contact again? Will we hear from this person again? I think that you're going to have a very disappointed monk coming around again. No pun intended. Coming around again. Mina and Christina, thank you for your donations. They are coming around again. They are going to be so disappointed, Juicy. They're going to be crying. They're going to be Juicy. I don't know what to do. They're going to need your help. They're going to say, "I need your help." But they're in for the long term. I think those interactions that you had, Juicy, I think they made an impact on that monk. I think that monk sits there and just gets excited, literally, about some of those interactions. And they don't want it to end. They don't want it to end like this. They're willing to go that distance with you. But yeah, they do want to keep the temple thing going. They want to keep the temple thing going. If they're good enough, if they are good enough, they can do it. And I think they are. They're going to come back disappointed, but they love them interactions. They love those late night talks. They love that, they love that little sensual thing going on. I'm telling you now, Juicy, they are going to come. They are going to come and come again. Juicy, is the temple going to boot the monk out? Let's use the same deck. Are they going to give the monk Das Boot? Are they going to boot him out? It could be a thing. That could be a thing because I don't know. I imagine the temple knows that everybody wants to get jiggy with it. I mean, if you're in a temple, you know that everybody wants to get a little jiggy with it sometimes. Is that still a saying? I mean, that was a song. So anyway,
everybody loves the D.
So, I mean, people want some D. People want some D, E, F, and G. It's very, very important. Now, are they going to get Das Boot out of here? Rita, thank you for your other donation. Oh, man. I don't think so. They understand. They understand that, things are fun sometimes. They do. I think they're going to tell him to stop it, though. Get a little bit of a spanking and saying, you need to stop it. You need to ease up. On that because there's going to be some combat. There's going to be some fights. There's going to be some back and forth. He's going to be like, man, that was fun. You need to stop doing that. You need to stop doing that. He's going to, but I can't. I need it. If I have to go it by myself, I will. Mystic Moon, thank you for your joining the family. Enjoy all the emotes. He's going it alone if he needs to, Juicy, but he is coming back for more juicy peaches. And he's going to come back and he is going to come again. I'm telling you now, this is a thing. Good news. I mean, that's what you want to hear. You know what I mean? That you don't want to, that is what you want to hear. All right. Starting in late Springfield, well, birthday with Ollie. Will I be on my birthday with Ollie? You said so? Is it a thing? And we want the field. Starting again in late spring, we're going to spend birthdays together. I love birthdays together. I do love birthdays together. That is a thing. Oh, man. Would it be on this birthday, though? Justice, things are their resting authority. Oh. I'm going to say yes. This is a great read. Come on. This is a good read. There's nothing bad here. We got justice. Justice will be served. The things that we're expecting, the things that are waited for us, the things that are important for us, they understand that. Energy, they have the energy that they need. They have the motivation that they need. And rest and authority, they're going to be coming around. So, Kanat, I'm going to go yes. I'm going to go yes. I think it's a thing. I think it's a thing that you will be there under. I mean, thumbs up for this. Come on. Come on, everybody. Thumbs up on this. Thumbs up on this. All right. Jessica, welcome to the stream. What is going on? Good to see you. By the way, if you're new here, I mean, you know what to do. You know what to do. Do I even need to say it? You know what to do already. You knew it was coming. I'm on YouTube. You know I'm going to beg for a like and a sub. Come on. If I didn't, you'd be like, that dude's a freak. He's on YouTube. I've never heard him. I've never heard him ask for likes or subs or anything. I mean, something's wrong with that. So, Robbie, what's coming towards me? Hopefully, it's something good. That is something good. Well, let's hope. Let's hope. What's coming towards me, Sir Robbie? Love looks like a lot of love. We got some good stuff here. Temperance, we have the two. We have the path that you're on, the Lovers and the Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance. I think that you have a relationship headed your way. I think that you have some love headed your way. The Lovers is a good card. You look at the Lovers between the Two of Cups and the Lovers, you know the Lovers. You know the Lovers is a substantial, thick, a good relationship. It has good feels. It has good outcomes. Everything goes well, especially with Temperance, with that balance that you need, the excitement that you need. Not too much on the passionate side, but not too much on sort of the logical and stability side and whatnot. Balanced out exactly how you need it. Bottom line is where we have it. And the two says that you're in charge of this. You know where to sort of go. You are in the driver's seat because you need to be that in a lot of different things. So the King of Cups is all about the emotions and the emotional attachment, the emotional ability that you have to sort of get in there, get it done, and do it right. I think that is going to be a thing. That is going to be a thing. Sarabi, what's coming towards me? It's love. It is love. And I think, Sarabi, it's kind of what you need right now. You need that balance. You need things to be balanced out. You need things to go your way. I think it's sort of headed in that. Shannon, welcome back. It is so good to see you. Will M get access to financial aid for his tuition? I mean, we need some money. We need some money, a little bit of the financial aid, a little bit of that stuff. Where are we going to go with that? We're going to get financial aid. We're going to do it with this one, with the Gilded Tarot Royale. That is such a big deck. You need this. You need this one. All right. We need some fat cash. Let's see. It's a simple yes or no question, but you know me. I draw way too many cards. That's me. I can't do anything about that. We don't read all upside down, so let's reverse these. That's just me, guys. I mean, come on. All right. Access to this. Hierophant, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Star. We're going to go with the thumbs up here. It's not going to be as much as you had hoped for. It's just not going to be as much as you had hoped for. Will you get it? Yeah. I mean, yeah. We have the Three of Pentacles. The work that you've done will benefit you. The effort that you put in will bring back results, especially with the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about schools. It talks about higher education. It talks about some of these big institutions. It's like a power card, right? But an institution card as well. It is institution, working towards getting into the institution, working towards getting money for the institution. This is, but I mean, Mina, you've been here long enough. You know this. You know this. You know this already. You've worked, you get the reward in the institution. Ace of Cups is celebratory. It is just the pure celebratory feel. And the Star. You knew what to do to get this. It was documented. It was there. You knew what to do. Not a mystery anymore. Big key factors here. That is an absolute 100% yes at this point. Such a great read. Just tearing that down. Such a fantastic read. General reading for Christina. Let's see about that. Get a bit of general for my girl over there with the witch, with the modern witch. Get a little general read. Christina, what is going to happen? Hopefully we get something other than work. Like every read has something to tell you about a work. Sarah, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. Let's find out. The 9, the combat, and all of this other stuff. Think that you have a family situation headed your way. It is coming. It is coming. Family situation headed your way. Something happens basically where it just causes a lot of concern really fast. Very, very quick amount of concern with that. 5 of Wands, something that you need to struggle with, something that you need to take action on. Definitely not something that's going to be, you can just ignore. You have to take the advantage of it. You have to take that initiative. You have to sort of get on board with it and go forth and get it done. Not going to be something that you can sort of pass by or anything like that. 2 of Wands is difficult to determine what to do about it because you're not really in it too much. You're not really in it too much. It doesn't feel like a lot of these opportunities are there. There's no clear pathway for what exactly to do. You are going to have to sort of consult other people. You are going to sort of have to figure out how to deal with it, what to do with that. Because the 3 of Wands says that, a lot of this is sort of make a decision and then go. Make a decision and then go for the next thing. Not going to be there kind of thing. But yeah, you're going to have to deal with it. So I think that you have a family situation coming. It's going to be sort of a sudden thing. You're definitely going to have to hop up and get involved with it. But that is your general, and that is what I see on the horizon. On the horizon. He does have great dicks. I do have great dicks. I do have some fantastic dicks. Rita, will O have any contact with me in 2 months? Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that so much. All right. Will O have contact with J in 2 months? Let's find out. What is happening with that. Get a little O in there. Everybody does like a good O too. I mean, a lot of insinuations in this channel, but I mean, there is that. I mean, let's go with that. All right. Will O have contact with J? Will we have orange juice? That's your question, right? Will orange juice? Will we have some orange juice? I would love some orange juice. I mean, I may have some tomorrow. It depends on where we go have breakfast, but I wouldn't mind some OJ. All right. Gonna go with no. Gonna have to do the little thumbs down there. Sheila, welcome to the stream. What's going on? It's good to see you as well. I mean, you have the 3 of Pentacles, right? This is something that needs to happen. I'm not telling you that this is completely unnecessary or this is a waste of time or anything like that. I'm saying that this needs to happen. OJ need to get together, okay? 8 of Cups says, though, man, trying to get that all coordinated, trying to get that all organized, trying to get everything in the right, because it almost feels like the stars need to align. There's so many moving parts that need to be fulfilled. There's just so many things that just need to happen before this works. And the 2 of Wands says that who is going to step up at this point? Who's going to step up at this point? It's going to be O? It's going to be J? Who's going to make the first thing? Who's going to do the stepping up? That's the big factor here. Because the Hierophant says that things need to be fixed. Things need to be repaired. You need to put some shackle, or no, what is shackle? What is it? Some spackle? Yeah, some spackle over the wall, the hole in the wall, whatever. The Hierophant says that there are some good potential things here, but it is a matter of who takes the first move. And it's not a chess game. It's just not. We're treating it like a game of chess. It needs to be something that comes naturally. It needs to be something that comes organically. It needs to happen. And until that sort of manifests, until that comes about, we're going to end up the way that we've always been. I mean, that seems to be there. I'm just saying, Rita. I'm telling you, that came from the heart. That came from the heart. So hopefully that made a lot of sense. If it didn't, that's going to be too bad, because that came from the heart there. My heart was just bleeding as I said that. So I'm telling you now, Rita, you got it. I mean, Christina, thank you for your donation for Paula. Paula, let me know what your question is. See what is going on with all of that good stuff. Let's find out with a little bit. Oh, the general raid. A little bit of the general raid. We want the thought. I mean, sunflowers dancing on the cliff surface at this point. Dancing on the edge of the cliff. Christina, I like that picture a lot better. I like that picture a lot better than that black and white one. I'm telling you now. In fact, if you would have had the picture that I'm seeing now, I would have asked you out a lot sooner. Bottom line here. Let's be honest. All right. A general with the thought. Oh, man. Boo-boo. You're having a rough time. Boo-boo, you're having a damn rough time at this point. There's a lot of stuff that is out of balance. There's a lot of stuff that just feels like your emotions have been poisoned. They've been poisoned. Somebody dumped a big bag of poison all over your emotions, and it just sort of is spreading out into this, like circulating through. And it just feels like this is where you need to get out of this. You need to shake all of this off. It feels like that you got a little bit of that 10 of Wands action where you're in the situation that you're just carrying all of this burden. And it is a matter of time. As time goes on, as time sort of progresses, as we get into the next day, the next week, the next month, things get gradually better. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can just magically smooth onto the surface that'll make everything better. There's no meditation you're going to do, okay, that just makes everything better. You have to just sort of let things go and deal with it in its own time. There are some good things headed your way, okay? I think that the move is very invigorating for you. It feels like it really recharges you in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. It really recharges you in a lot of ways. You feel like it's a fresh start. But yeah, you're just going to have to sort of let time flow. Let time flow. And let the feelings come out. Let the upset come out. Let the disappointment come out. Let the anger come out. Let it all come out. Don't hold any of it back, right? If you need to yell, freaking yell. If you need to cry, have a good one. But what you don't want to do is get in a situation where you're just like, I don't really know at this point sort of what to do, right? Because you need to deal with it, and that's going to be the biggest factor here. All right, we got Sarah had a read. We got Sarah with a read. Am I going to be okay in my current workplace until I find the next one? Until I get the next workplace down? Let's see what is going to happen, Sarah. I mean, we're going to use the Bright Future Tarot. I freaking love this deck. I just love this deck. We need to find a new job. That's pretty clear, Sarah. I mean, I think in the previous reading, didn't I say we need to find a new job? I mean, I think it's one of those. It is one of those. But there is the factor of, am I going to be okay as we sort of navigate through this wilderness wonderland as it goes? Well, let's figure it out. The Empress, the Star, and the Six of Swords are all just great cards. And basically it says, yeah, you're going to be okay. The big factor here is the Six of Swords is science. It's being good at what you are good at, being a master of what you are mastered, and using that to your advantage. Not letting anyone sort of move you into some space that you're not familiar with, or move you into some space that's going to be problematic, right? Sheila, thank you. Jesus Christ. Sheila, thank you for your $100 donation. Sheila, thank you so much. Well, that's a serious dump donation. Sheila, do you want a private reading? I mean, for $100. I feel like I need to give you a private reading. Sheila, email me, obviously email in the description. You can also email me here and at this email. And let's get you a private reading set up, Sheila. Thank you so much. And like, really, really, thank you a lot. Anyway, let me know if you want to convert it to a private, and we can do that. I appreciate that. Anyway, the Empress and the Star, basically says you're going to be okay. You know what you're doing, where you need to be. Again, the Empress is a mastery of this. Science says a mastery of that. And the Star says that when you do get the new opportunity, do get the new job, it's pretty damn obvious that this is the job to go to. It's not something where you have to guess at it, right? So it's going to be a sort of a gift, basically a gift as it goes there. Anyway, the last reading of the night, since we're converting Sheila to a private reading, is for Paula. Paula, let me know what your question is. I appreciate all of y'all joining tonight. I'm just saying, Saturday night, it is rocking tonight. It is rocking tonight. This is the night. All right. Paula, oh man, let's get you some of the Northern Animal Tarot. This is such a pretty deck, but the cards are really, really thin. But I mean, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it and say, I love the deck anyway. We're sort of going out on a limb here, saying we love the deck. Nola, it has been a hot minute. What are you doing? What are you doing? Good to see you. All right. We're going to do When I Move to Still Help Mom. The Knight of Pentacles says that you have resources that you can use to help your mom out. I don't think your mom needs as much help as you think. Basically, she needs sort of a very sort of we can do very sort of focused help. In other words, she doesn't need just overall, just a general broad spread, spreading butter on the toast. Need to do everything. I don't think that's a thing. I think that she needs a little bit of strategic help. We see that here, right? With strategy, thinking about where the biggest strategy is, thinking about where the biggest thing that we can do is and whatnot. That's going to be there. But yeah, it's sort of definitely looking at what is going to be the most optimized way to help her without just overdoing it. You know what I mean? Without just overdoing it. Because I don't think that you want to just sort of shellac everything into there. But yeah, there is that. There is that. Knight of Pentacles as well says she's pretty capable to do a lot of things. And you do have other resources, right? Either other family or maybe somebody you know or friends and things like that. So there we go. But yeah, that is it. Basically use strategy, be strategic about it. Don't think you just need to shellac the whole thing over and be focused with it. And that is it. Anyway, Sheila, I have your email reply after the stream. Thank you again so much. Thank you everybody for being here. It has been a rocking night. It has been a rocking night. So thank you everybody. I appreciate you, and we will see you tomorrow.
Baby, don't move now. Baby, don't move. You gotta stand still right now.